It's over, isn't it? It's over. It's over. The Asian century has returned. Basically a swing with this day by day. You know, like after like what happened in South Africa, the end of the Shastri reign, KOHLI, you know, stepping down as captain. I thought, well, India, what are we looking at here? And then this happens, and it's just one guy, and it's just amazing. He's just, I mean, what is that? 146 off 111 or some shit? I mean, that's no one else. No one has a player that can do that and consistently. What is it? Is that his fifth Test 100? And he's got like 4 or 5 90s, doesn't he? Plus like whatever happened to the Gabba. I don't know how many he got that day. 80 something. Like just these like match winning innings from nowhere. And I have decided that India have now won the match. But like what? What's unbelievable? Welcome back to the Great Cricketer, brought to you by ACO, India's tech first insurance company. India finished the day 338 for 7. England won the toss. Stokes won the toss, and he said, "We'll chase." He didn't say that. He said, "We'll bowl." But in my mind, it's just England now a chasing team. He looked Jasprit Bumrah in the eyes and said, "We'll chase. We'll chase." He doesn't talk like that. I've never spoken to him. Don't know what he sounds like, but great to be. It's great to see Edgbaston. Pez and I have been very lucky. Pez, by the way, is spending time with his family this week up there in the Northern Territory, so it's just me. Pez will be back for day 3 though, so don't worry. He's not on probation, and we haven't had an argument, as some people seem to want to think. But Pez and I have been very lucky to actually go to Edgbaston. We went there in 2019 during the Ashes when we were touring our live show on stage, and it's a fucking vibe. Edgbaston is a real vibe. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been to many other international stadiums yet, but it's a real vibe and it's real energy. And England got a really good record there, except now that I think about that, they lost in 2019. And then they lost last year to New Zealand during that weird series before England were taking the next series more seriously, because that's how it works. Team news, Sam Billings, Bilbo, was in for folks who still has COVID or is recovering from COVID or whatever. And you would have already seen this, but the team is like just fucking unbelievably different from what it was in the 4th test. I think there's only like 2 or 3 guys that are still playing from what that 4th test was, but that doesn't really matter. Rohit Sharma obviously didn't make it. Ashwin not selected. So Jasprit Bumrah becomes the... I haven't got it in front of me, but is he the 35th test captain? Does it even matter? I mean, come on. Anyway, he gets a run as captain. Pant stays vice captain. Pujara opened the batting, and then Vihari at 3. That was the sort of the big team news of the day. How do you feel about Jasprit Bumrah being captain, Indian fans out there? Because he's never done it, and I guess he's been in like the leadership circles, right? Whatever the fuck that means. Just been in the circle of it. Just blokes standing in the circle. If you played 15 tests or more, you just stand in the circle. But it's like a breakaway. Like England have got 3 guys, obviously, that have never done the job before, and they seem to be going okay. Pat Cummins is the captain of Australia, and he's a bowler. So it's like break from tradition. I like my traditions. I think. I don't know what I like, okay? I don't know what I like. But it just feels weird when I see Jasprit Bumrah, smiling face, and the beard's looking good. Trimmed it before the game, obviously. Jasprit Bumrah, Indian Test captain. I mean, what does anything mean anymore? I don't know. But do you like it? I don't know. India in this game, like India were playing this test match. The women were playing in an ODI. And then there's also a T20 squad captained by Dinesh Karthik playing at the same time. Too much cricket going on at the same time. Hey, nice to see Ravi Shastri in the combox, wasn't it? Oh, it's a big alpha right there. It's the booming. There's a depth to the voice. It's a booming voice for sure. Real deep. But it's nice to see him in there. And he was paired with Mark Butcher. Paired like he's a fucking white wine with some fish. Sauvignon Blanc with a cod. That's harsh on Butch if I'm calling Bush a cod. But it was a nice pairing. I like that. And then after them, Kevin Peterson was talking about a high skin fade of haircuts. So, something for everyone. There is something out there for everyone. So India start the day nicely. Shubman Gill looked good, didn't he? He's obviously going through some stuff, obviously post-breakup. And he wanted revenge runs. He wanted take me back runs. And he looked good, hit some nice boundaries, front foot push looking good, nice drive down the ground, little dab. The third man for a boundary as well. Then he nicked off to Anderson. And Atherton was on comms at the time, and he was talking about how it was a bad shot. Like, it's harsh, isn't it? Like, yeah, I guess it looks bad, but I feel like when Shubman's batting, like, and he sees that ball out of the hand, and he's like, I've seen this ball 1 million times in my life, and I put my bat out here, and I push it in front of square. He saw this playing in Australia, which he obviously can play the same shots, similar shots in Australia to what you can in India. But in England, obviously, you can't play that shot. But I still feel like he sees that, and he goes, I'm going to do this because he's a robot. You know, I do the same thing when I walk down the street and I see a mannequin. And I thought, that's an attractive woman. Oh, hang on a second. I'm looking at a mannequin. I'm checking out a mannequin. Don't lie. You've done that. I know that you've done that. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Let me know in the comments, what's the hottest mannequin you've ever seen? Because I'm doing it. I'm walking down the street. I see the shapes. I see the forms. I'm like, that's an attractive. Oh no, it's an inanimate object. I've done it again. I need a girlfriend. Then Pujara makes it 2 for 46 when he nicks off. That for me was fucking unplayable from Anderson. It's like one of these like what's it like an Axar Patel spinning deck in, you know, doing potions at the back of Ahmedabad Stadium kind of shit. Like, it's just, you put it in an area, Pujara has to play it, and it just does enough. And Anderson's just, how many times in his life has he bowled that? Fuck me. I mean, what a bowler. You know, and it's obviously moving in the right way, as we've said many times before, culturally speaking, that ball with the Duke. But that was just a seed. He nicks off and he gets caught by Zach Crawley there. And then and then there was a rain delay for like 2 hours. That really helped me out for my staying attention. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning here. So then after the lunch break, Vihari comes out and he gets caught in the crease by Potts, doesn't he? He gets caught in the crease by Potts and he walks down the wicket to Virat Kohli, who's batting with him at the time. He says, should I review that? And Virat says, I wouldn't bother, mate, if it was me. Save it, because I might need 3 of these later. Nice depth to Vihari's beard, actually. He's one of the only guys in the Indian team at the moment who's not trimming his beard, I don't think. But there's a nice, like, it's different to thickness. It's like it's volume as well, but it's depth. I've not noticed that before. And that's what I was looking at when he was caught on the crease by Potts. And then Pant comes in next ball. And this is the start of Rishabh Pant's innings. And the first ball he's facing the Potts, and he just pushes it to cover, to short cover. And he starts to run. He calls Kohli through for a run. Except Ben Stokes is standing like at short cover on like the next cut strip. And then everyone starts to laugh like, what the fuck are you doing? Like everyone's laughing at him. What the fuck are you doing? He just blocks it and he goes, yeah, one there. Come one. Kohli's saying, I wouldn't have thought so, Rishabh. And then Stokes like picks, like there's like rolls into Ben Stokes' hand. And Stokes like picks up and like looks at him. He's like, what? Have you not seen me there? Am I that ghostly? Anyway, that was sort of a precursor of what to come because the lols really carried on from there. I mean, he does, it's all very cat on a hot tin roof, isn't it? Never seen that myself, actually. Literally never seen a cat on a hot tin roof. And you'd think if anywhere in the world you'd see that, it'd be Australia in the outback. I don't live in the outback. But I've never seen a cat. Anyway, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun, isn't it, with Rishabh? But that second session was just set up for like the grandstand sort of like, not a finale. There was a bit of talk about that with like Kohli and Jimmy Anderson was like, is this the last time these two go head to head? Great record. Anderson's got Kohli out, I want to say 11 times. It seems heaps. He's got Pujara out 12 times now. Doesn't that just goes to show like just longevity? It's like when a guy at your club scores 5,000 runs. Oh, what a player. Was he a great player? Or did he play 17 seasons averaging 11? Anyway, so it was like set up for this great grandstand thing like Kohli, Anderson. I don't know if you've seen the so CA doing like a new rights deal in a couple of years' time, and like in that rights deal they're talking about how many test matches they're going to play. And now England and India are going to play like 17 series or 5 test matches now. So first time Australia and India are going to play 5 test series since like the early 90s. So I don't know if this is the last battle between Kohli and Anderson because like Anderson's probably got another, let's say 18 months. And so that means they'll play each other another 5 times. Anyway, so it's not Anderson that gets him. It's Potts. Potts gets him, makes it 4 for 71, trying to leave. And I felt sadness. I felt sad. Like, Kohli during the IPL when he was getting out, he was laughing. He was like, I can't believe this has happened to me. But there was like a sadness in the air. Anyway, then Shreyas gets caught down the leg side, makes it 5 for 98, and you think a bit of trouble. Hey, great catch by Bilbo. Wasn't he looking athletic? Now, you know, Ben Folkes, great-looking guy. We've all said this. Great-looking guy. The black gloves, not for me. Bilbo, purity, it's white gloves, it's neat, it's the Puma shoes matching the white pads, it's all very good. It's all very neat. Athleticism. Takes a couple of good catches, but that was a screamer off Shreyas. And then it's 5 for 98, the lights are on, 2 left-handers in, and you're thinking, well, this is England's cash-in time. You don't really cash in as a bowler, do you? Maybe, I don't know. And then Stokes brings on Jack Leach. When the lights are on, bit of movement in the air, things are happening. 5 for 98 for 5. Sorry, and then Leach comes on, but then we get the first opportunity of helmet cam. And you know what? I didn't want to like it. I don't like the creep of technology in the game. You know, like some people will remember, if you were alive at this time, when Tim Payne was a captain and they were like jacking up the stump mics, and it's just this bit of creep of like, I don't need that greater access into the games where like the fucking spider cam is into the team huddle. It's like, what are they talking about? All they're saying is, let's just work hard and get these coats out. That's what they're saying in the huddle, okay? That's every team's tactic. Let's just work hard and get them out. So, like, when helmet cam comes in, I was like, I don't need this. But then I see it. It's on Ollie Pope's head, and I'm like, fuck, it's good. Fuck, it's good. I feel like I'm out there, and I like that. Damn it. I was upset. That I liked it. Do you like helmet cam? You do, don't you? You do like it. You do like it because I said I've liked it. Pathetic. Anyway, the third session is just Rishabh and Jadeja, and fucking hell, that's just Rishabh. He's just so fun, isn't he? Like, and it's just when he took down Leach and Potts, he was more circumspect against Anderson and Stokes to a lesser degree, I guess, and then Broad. But Potts ends up going at 5 and over, and Leach obviously goes for nearly 8 and over. But Punt 146 off 111, paddles off Potts, drives down the ground. We've seen this so many times against Leach. Fuck, Jack Leach must be running into bowl or trotting into bowl and thinking like, I don't know where to bowl. I don't know where to bowl to this coat. And he's running down. He's hitting sixes one-handed. He's hitting boundaries off route where he's like ends up with his flat on his back. And that's the first time, because Stokes' captaincy, it's felt very much like just high energy, just like we're all laughing, we're all having a good time, drop catches, don't worry about it, overthrows, it's okay, like we're having a good time, we're a vibes team now. But there was a time there when Punt and Jadeja were batting, it was like, I don't know what to do here. These guys are pretty good. Also feels weird that England have taken 5 wickets against New Zealand quite quickly, and then they struggled to get Blundell and Mitchell out, didn't they, in the New Zealand series? So it's an interesting pattern that's happened. I think the wicket did get a little bit flatter throughout the day. I think the sun came out in that third session, so it did make it a little bit easier to bat, but still, it's good, isn't it? I mean, Jesus Christ. Does anyone else have a player even remotely as good as this guy? He's batting 6, I suppose, and then Jadeja's batting 7. And hasn't Jadeja in the last like 5 years or some shit averaged 50? He's got like 9 domestic triple hundreds in T20s. It's scary. It's scary hours, isn't it? It's scary hours. And the game, for an Indian perspective, could this day have gone any better? Because I was sort of expecting that, after what happened in South Africa and the way Punt batted there, especially, like he ran down the wicket to Marco Jansen, didn't he? And it was just ugly. And then in the corresponding, like in the 4 tests previously, Punt was doing this thing against Anderson where he was running down the wicket, and it was like, I was looking at that, and I recognize the skill and stuff, but I was looking at that and I was thinking, this guy feels like he's not skilled enough to bat properly, inverted commas. It's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying. But he just backs him. He's just so skilled. It's so highly skilled. He did that like very early on in his innings to Anderson, didn't he? Ran down the wicket to Anderson and fucking creamed it along the carpet. I wonder what the etymology of creamed it is. When you cream, I guess you get some bread, then you cream the bread. Sounds sexual. I don't know about that. Anyway, he did that, and then Anderson starts laughing. It's like, I know what they're laughing about. Like, I was 25 when you were born or some shit. But there are no superlatives. I mean, you haven't come here for superlative. You come here for me to wonder about the etymology of what creaming is. Can never buy a creaming soda again. I'll give you the tip. Anyway, so a weird day in the end. I mean, not a weird day. I mean, India finished the run rate with 4.63. They finished 338 for 7. They've only bowled 73 overs. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. Leach number 71 off 9. Potts 2 for 85. It was sort of an up and down day, I guess. He's had a great start to his career. Potts, he's had a great summer. But Anderson, again, is the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 52 off 19 overs. Unbelievable. All right, hashtag AskTGC. Daniel Clark wrote in. He said, hashtag AskTGC. As a Kiwi, I feel extremely betrayed by Baz, who has just pummeled his own side in favour of some useless Poms, obviously referring to the New Zealand series previously. I need some therapy from you boys to help me through this tough time. Not really a service I provide, if I'm honest. But I think that if it were me giving the advice, and let's be honest, it's not. It's just me talking to a camera by myself in the studio. That's all this is. If people want to watch this, listen to it, that's none of my business. It's none of my business. I would just recommend that loyalty's dead. Just come to terms with that. Loyalty's dead. Now, like, of course, as fans of sports teams, of athletes generally, I like this person, I like this team, I like this nation. But, like, no one, I mean, look at fucking Live Golf. Bit of Saudi money? Yeah, go on then. If Helmet Cam was sponsored by the Saudis, would you get behind it? That's fucking insane. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying, would you? I mean, yeah, McCullum on the balcony, claps over his head when they get a wicket. It's all very relaxed, isn't it? I don't know. I'm sorry, Daniel, that your hero probably growing up has defeated, then coaching. I mean, if Ponting was coaching India, fucking hell. Well, it's Saturday morning and you fucking ruined my day, Daniel. Thanks. All right, well, I'll be back tomorrow morning for the review of day 2, and then day 3, Pez will be back. We all miss him. Of course we miss him, but Rishabh, Pant, fucking hell, that was unbelievable. Day 2, what's in store? I don't know, neither do you. See you later.